Let us begin. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Good to see you. Welcome to everyone here in the room and to those of you out there on YouTube live streaming. Oh, it's such a beautiful day. I woke up singing that song. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. All right, so I'm just going to invite us to stand for our first two community songs.
All right, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, here we go. I feel the love of God. It's in me, it's in you. I feel the love, yeah. I feel the love of God. It's in me, it's in you. I hear the joy of God. It's in me, it's in you. I hear the joy now. I hear the joy of God. It's in me, it's in you. I know the good of God. It's in me, it's in you. I know the good, yeah. I know the good of God. It's in me, it's in you. I see the beauty of God. It's in me, it's in you. I see the beauty. I see the beauty of God. It's in me, it's in you. Now we tie it all together like this. I feel it. I hear it. I know it. It's in me. I see it. Can you see it? It's the beauty in me. It's the beauty in you. Let's repeat that line. I feel it. I hear it. I know it. It's in me. I see it. Can you see it? It's the beauty in me. It's the beauty in you. Yeah, I love the love. I love the love of God. It's in me, it's in you. I love the love I do. I love the love of God. It's in me, it's in you. 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 It's in me, it's in me. It's in you. All right, going to heaven right now. I'm so glad I am who I am. I'm so glad I am who I am. I'm so glad I am who I am. Thank you to heaven. Heaven is a place on earth. Heaven is a place in mind. It's the place where we learn our worth. We can go there anytime. I'm so glad you are who you are. 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 Thank you to heaven. Heaven is a place on earth, oh. Heaven is a place in mind. It's the place where we learn our worth, yeah. We can go there anytime. I'm so glad we are who we are. 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 Thank you to heaven. Heaven is a place on earth. Heaven is a place in mind. It's the place where we learn our worth. We can go there anytime. Oh, yeah. I'm so glad we are who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. I'm so glad we are who we are. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven. Thank you to heaven.
Thank you, Marilyn. So welcome again to everyone in the room and those who are joining us on YouTube. It's great to be with you today. My name is Reverend Julia Robles-Scott, and I am your bridge minister for one more week. And I'm honored to be your bridge minister. Gosh, I'm getting emotional already. Well, this should be fun. So I get to remind us of who we are. We are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the teaching of science of mind and spirit. We engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. We demonstrate active compassion to ourselves, each other, and the world. We experience meaningful contribution through giving generously of our time, talents, and treasures. And we intentionally promote our teaching and our community. So I would like to invite our practitioner of the day, Rev Lanny, up for our candle lighting ritual. So we light this candle to celebrate the unity of all people, all faiths, all beings, and all life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation, the seen and unseen, and to remind us of the light of spirit within us all. Thank you. So our weekly question is, what's alive in us today? Gratitude. Connection. Joy. Caring? Caregiving. Love of God. Friendships. Perfect health. Joy. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. And we will revisit that question at the end. So as a reminder, we are a praying community. If there is something that you would like prayer for, there are lavender slips in the seat backs in front of you. Or if you're in the front row, the lavender slips are over there. You can fill those out and put them in that brown box to the left of the doors. The ministers and practitioners get together each Monday and pray over your prayer requests. Also, Rev Lanny is here to offer prayer after service if you would like prayer after service. If you are on YouTube Live, you can go to our website, sierracenter.org, and click on prayer and request a prayer from there. Also, let's see. Are there any guests here for the first or second time? Luke! Luke the dog. Hi, Luke. Welcome. Yes. All right, Derek, welcome. Thank you. Thanks for being here with us. Okay, well, thank you. And now I'm going to turn it over to our wonderful announcer, Maxine, to give us our announcements. Oh, she needs the mic.
Hi, my name is Maxine Cosby. Loud enough. Hi, my name is Maxine Cosby, and I'm going to give you your announcements for the day. The first one is that we would like people to join us after service for Julia's Bon Voyage potluck. Help us say goodbye to our beautiful bridge minister that we have loved having. If you're interested in serving our center's congregant care, with congregants with compassionate care, please sign up in the foyer or email the office. If you would like a prayer partner for the week, sign up on the list in the foyer, then connect with another person on the list after service to support one another. An exploration, the choice to end one's life with Reverend Bodhi B. Airy. I think Pat knows how to say that. Anyway, on Friday, May 31st, 7 to 9 p.m., Unity of the Gold Country, 180 Cambridge Court, Grass Valley, California. There's more information in the flyer on the display on the porch. There's a community update meeting and potluck Sunday, June 2nd after service. Come and eat with us, bring a dish to share, get updated on our new minister search. Sacred Circle Dance is on Monday, June 3rd at 10:30, and you're to meet in Condon Park, and you can contact Judy with any questions, and her number is 530-798-0385. Poetry Open Mic Night is Friday, June 7th, 5 to 6 with Rev Lanny. Bring your favorite poem to share in a safe and welcoming place. Yard beautification volunteers, we need you. Sign up on the pink sheet in the foyer to help volunteer in our garden. Please help set up the keyboard for the Peace Choir after service. Thank you. I believe Julia has something for you.
Thanks, Maxine. So we have one more special announcement, and I'm going to invite our practitioner Liliana and Juan Jr. up to give you more information about a wonderful sacred cacao ceremony that's coming up. So come on up, Liliana and Juan. I guess we need the mic again.
Good morning, I'm Juan, and this is my...
Liliana?
Good.
It's June 21, yes? The date?
Yes.
Yeah.
Te digo en español.
Ya. Tenemos ceremonia de cacao. ¿Alguien sabe qué es la ceremonia de cacao?
Okay, so we have a cacao ceremony, and she wants to know if anyone knows what it is.
Ya. Okay. So vamos a tener ceremonia de cacao junio 21, es viernes.
We're going to have that ceremony on June 21st on a Friday.
Vamos a iniciar a las 5 de la tarde. Va a ser cerca del lago, ¿cómo se llama el lago?
Scott. It's going to start around 5 p.m., and it's going to be around a lake named Scott Flat.
Es en nuestra casa.
It's in our house, on our yard, no?
En la yarda.
Uh-huh.
Y va a ser durante toda la noche.
It's going to be all night long. Y'all are going to stay.
Vamos a estar cantando, haciendo sanación.
We're going to be singing and healing.
Es para trabajar con nuestro cuerpo físico, mental y emocional.
Is so we work with our physical body, our body, mind, and spirit.
Y van a tener también una sesión de Reiki, esa va a ser gratis.
Y'all are going to have a Reiki session. That one would be free. That's included.
So empieza Friday, 5 p.m. to Saturday in the morning, maybe 9, 10 at the morning.
So it'll be Friday, 5 p.m. to Saturday morning around 9, and it'll be done.
¿Ok? Si están interesados, necesitan inscribirse una semana antes.
If y'all are interested, you should subscribe 1 week before it starts because y'all have to gather some stuff to be there and sleep at night, and there's some items included that would be part of your healing.
Y algunas hierbas que tienen que comprar.
Yeah, those items would be like
Herbs.
herbs. Yeah, herbs.
Porque también vamos a hacerles una limpia chamánica.
Yeah, we are also going to cleanse you like shamanic, right? Shamanic.
With herbs.
Yeah, with herbs, a shamanic cleaning. My mom has some experience in that.
With my husband,
Yeah.
Okay. Y tienen que pagar la mitad al inscribirse
Y'all will have to pay half in the beginning
y la otra mitad el día de la ceremonia.
and the other half on the day of the ceremony. 120? 120.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Information on the website.
We have we have information outside
On the
in
flyer?
On the flyer. Yeah.
in English. Everything is in English there.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Great.
So I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back especially for that ceremony. So I'm going to Texas. I'll be back for that ceremony. So whoever feels moved to join us, it's going to be an amazing healing experience. Come get your camping on. Okay, and now it's time to invite our practitioner, Rev Lanny, up to offer a sacred reading, our community value, and our time of inward shift.
Okay, I found this. I'm trying to find it on the Facebook page. What can I say? Even Facebook. Okay. Right now, we forgot a community song. Okay, yeah. We're going to do this song, which is words by Ernest Holmes from the beautiful book titled This Thing Called You, which for some beautiful reason I put it to song. So here it is. Love makes the way clear before me, joy wells up within my mind, and life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart. That's it. Love makes the way clear before me, joy wells up within my mind, and life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart. Keep going. Love makes the way clear before me, joy wells up within my mind, and life sings its song Love makes the way clear before me. Joy wells up within my mind, and life sings its song of ecstasy in my heart, in my heart, in my heart, again in my heart, in my heart. Now really slowly in my heart, in my heart. Rewind. So, hang on a second. My phone has to recognize me for a minute. All right. Little reading, little food for thought. I used to be a spiritual teacher. I had to quit when I realized there was no such thing. Or rather, everything is a spiritual teacher. The cat, the carpet, a chair, a tree, a mountain, my dad with dementia, heartache, joy, my own, yours, the man sleeping on the pavement, the breathtaking sky at night. It's all a teacher, all a guru. And I am just a mouthpiece, as we all are. I am just a friend sharing my heart. I am just a bird singing my song. I quit as a spiritual teacher. I quit as any kind of authority. And I became a real human being, authentic, embodied, honest, and true. And there I found my true peace and enlightenment in the temple of the ordinary, in the sanctuary of the mundane, in the holy heart of the uncovered moment. Let's breathe that in. So here we are in a holy moment, as every moment is a holy moment. And our community value is community. And I think, like many of you, I have multiple communities within this community. And I remember when I lived in the Bay Area, I was always looking, wherever I was, for people I knew. I was thinking, I wish I knew some of these people. I mean, by walking through the grocery store, or walking through the, mall or whatever, I would think, I don't see anybody I know. So I moved to Grass Valley. And now, I have not only my spiritual community, but lots of different communities that I've made outside of this one. And so I go to the grocery store and I see people I know. It's so wonderful. I just love seeing, members of my community. And then I have to remember that we're all members of this community that we call humanity, that we're all community. And so to express that connection, that kindness, that loving experience to everyone, that hello to everyone, to remember that we are all interconnected. And so in this community, we celebrate that realization of community, that expansion of community, and that realization of the community that includes everyone, because we are all interconnected. So now I'm going to ring the bowl 3 times, and we'll chant Om after each ringing, and then we will go into a 5-minute meditation, and I will bring us out with a spiritual mind treatment. let's return to the room. Taking a breath. And remembering that which breathes us. That there is an infinite mind, an infinite heart, an infinite love, an infinite peace, an infinite grace, an infinite wholeness. It is present in the very energy of life itself that is everywhere. So I know that all the good is given to all in every moment. And so I open to that realization of the good that is present right where I am, right where each and every one of us is. That source, that energy, that life force, that love is everywhere present. And so in the recognition and realization of that, I accept that each of us opens to that realization of loving community, of that infinite namaste that recognizes the Christ in ourselves, recognizing the Christ in one another. And that we are all connected by that infinite web of life. And so I know that this time together is blessed, that we are blessed with the talk by Reverend Julia and the celebration of her departure from this community for a while, and that we are so blessed to have had her here. And so I accept and know that our wonderful musician Marilyn Gale is blessed, that all of the folks who are serving today, Judy and Diana and Gary and everyone who serves today is blessed as we come together in community, remembering to serve one another, to recognize our oneness and to celebrate it through service, to just recognize how blessed we are to be connected, to know the oneness, to know these great spiritual principles that guide our lives. And so how grateful I am as I accept and know that this blessing is absolutely present, is expanding, and is moving out into the world in wonderful ways. And so with great, great gratitude for the good that I know is unfolding in this moment, and for that greater realization of community and connection with love and joy, I release my word into the loving law of life that makes it manifest. And we affirm this truth together as we say, and so it is. Thank you. All right. So now we are going to do our affirmation. Excuse me. I'm going to say it once, and then I invite you to join me and say it together. I create spaces for authentic self-expression in both myself and others. I create spaces for authentic self-expression in both myself and others. And so it is. And now we'll have another special music from Marilyn Gale. So I just want to say that this next song is very much inspired by the Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, and actually has the title is what he said, and there's also another bit which is a direct quote in this song. Oh, and I should also say that the song was born after my last Great Depression, which has never returned. In the morning I find it hard to get up. I'm thinking, what's it all mean? Oh, and why should I care? I drag myself through another day. Oh, I'm just looking down and I've got nothing to share. I go through the motions, I get it all done. I've got what I need, but I'm having no fun. I know deep inside there's a reason for life, and it's not for me to suffer. Pain pushes till the vision pulls. The cloak of pain protects me. Fear and doubt can make us act like fools, but I'm the only one who can reject me. Need some practice getting out of the way, opening up to a brighter day. There's no need to question, there's no room for doubt. I am what I see, oh, the inside is out. I know deep inside there's a reason for life. It's time to ignite the fire. Pain pushes till the vision pulls. The sight of glory has touched me. We don't have to follow the rules. Inspiration has rushed me. The world does not give us anything. We are here to give our gifts to the world. That's something that he said. I'm going to repeat it for you. The world does not give us anything, no, no. We are here to give our gifts to the world. Pain pushes till the vision pulls. The sight of glory has touched me. We don't have to follow the rules. Inspiration has rushed me. The sight of glory has touched me. Inspiration has rushed me. Pain pushes till the vision pulls.
I think that song just was the message for today. I don't have to give the talk. Yay, I don't have to give the talk. It's so funny. I was having a lot of mixed emotions this week, as you can imagine. But part of it, it was like, I am celebrating. I'm celebrating because I don't have to give the talk for a while, right? And it's so funny because, you know, I was talking to a dear friend of mine who was reminding me that, and I was reminding myself that this is part of my gift, is to give the talk. Right. But it's not my favorite thing to do. Oh, thank you. But I do it for you. I do it for you, you know? And I do it because it is one of my gifts. It's so strange. I know that there's a lot of ministers that are introverts, and we end up being on the stage as introverts. It just doesn't feel that great to me sometimes, right? And it's kind of one of those things where, you know, life is amazing in so many ways. But that was the perfect song for today's topic, which is the power of vision. And the power of vision, it goes hand in hand with what we were talking about last week, which was about self-actualization. And the thing about the power of vision that is so powerful is that it helps us to know who we are. It helps us guide our steps. We talked about the steps we take last week. Step of awareness, of what do we do to become aware of what our values are? What are some of those steps? And the step of conscious intention, to intentionally live our values. And the step of actualization. And actualization is actually putting into practice in our own life the living of those values. So the power of vision helps us move forward in our lives with intentionality and clarity on who we are and how to be in the world, right? So as we know, the Centers for Spiritual Living's vision is to create a world that works for everyone. And our center's vision is celebrating our oneness in spirit. And I think we do that really well. And so the power of vision helps, like Marilyn was singing, you know, pain pushes until vision pulls. And Marilyn's a perfect example of how she got through that last Great Depression, right? And she came out on the other side, and now she's sharing her gifts in beautiful and marvelous ways with us. So that's how life is. That's how life can be on our journey of self-actualization. We can use the power of vision. So one of the things, because this is my last talk for a while, who knows when, I hope. But one of the things I was doing this week is I was really feeling into the gratitude of being a part of this spiritual community. And I was just looking back over the past. In fact, I think it was last week I ran across somebody that was in practitioner studies with me. I didn't recognize her because I hadn't seen her in so long. And she came up and introduced herself and shared about what it was like being in class with me. And she said, way back then you had aspirations of becoming a minister. And I go, I did? I didn't remember. So it's nice to be on the journey with others who we have the opportunity to see each other journey on our paths, right? And to watch each other and be the witness of our own self-actualization and the self-actualization of others in our spiritual community. That's one of the beautiful things about being in community. And I love that our value today is about community, because I dearly love this community. So our affirmation earlier was, I create spaces for authentic self-expression in both myself and for others. And it reminded me about my journey here in this community and how the space was created for me to be able to show up authentically. And part of that journey involves transformation. And whenever we come together as a community and we start committing ourselves to the journey of spiritual evolution and transformation and self-actualization, it creates a power. It creates like a wave, right? So as a community, when we do that, it not only transforms our own individual lives, but it transforms our community as a whole. It's a beautiful thing. So the power of vision is powerful. In our Science of Mind philosophy, it teaches us to treat and move our feet. What does that mean? It means we pray, we set intentions, we open ourselves to the will of Spirit, and we listen. We listen to what Spirit is urging us to become so that we can be the person in the world that Spirit wants to live its life as us, in the world as. Does that make sense? Yeah. So Ernest Holmes said, what the world needs is spiritual conviction followed by spiritual experience. He says, I would rather see a student prove this principle than to have them repeat all the words of wisdom that have ever been uttered. I'm going to repeat that. Because he said, it's far easier to teach the truth than it is to practice it. So he said, I would rather see a student of this science prove its principle than to have them repeat all the words of wisdom that have ever been uttered. It's far easier to teach the truth than it is to practice it. And this teaching is one of using it in our lives practically, right? It's also one of taking personal responsibility because we are the creators. Last week we spoke about the kingdoms of consciousness and how we can get stuck in the first kingdom, which is the first kingdom is one of being the victim, like everything's happening to me. All these terrible things have happened to me. Woe is me, right? And then we talked about moving out of that to the second kingdom, which is by me, where we take responsibility and see what was my part? What did I do to create this experience in my life? So this path of transformation, it just happens when we make the commitment. And part of that happens when we have that spiritual practice of taking the time to check in with ourselves. We go into meditation and contemplation and find out, what are our values? What is it that I really value? So one of the things that we have a responsibility to do as a community is to create what sometimes is called a safe and brave space. Now, when I look back on my own journey, when I took classes, there was a conscious intention of creating a safe and brave space for people to show up authentically as themselves, no matter how weird or crazy or wonderful that looked, right? We have a responsibility to do that for one another because we know that we are the divine in form. Each one of us is uniquely spirit, expressing as us, as only we can. And so part of creating those safe and brave spaces is letting go of judgment, letting go of condemnation. And it starts right here. We have to quit judging ourselves and condemning ourselves. It starts with self-love. So if there's any part of you that doesn't feel self-love, start right there. Start healing those places within ourselves that are still in need of healing. So part of what comes with that self-love is compassion, right? It's like, I'm doing the best I can in every moment. And not in every moment am I doing the best that I would like to do. So I have to have compassion for myself. I'm a human being, right? There's something that, this saying, you've probably heard it. We are spiritual beings having a human experience, right? But when some of us were studying the, Jerry Lynn, what was the name of the book by Sue Morter? the energy codes. We were studying the energy codes, and Dr. Sumorta changed that saying just a bit, and I really appreciated it. And she said, we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience on the human level. And that really resonates more with me. Spiritual being, because everything is spiritual, right? So everything we're experiencing is a spiritual experience. So one of the things that we do to create sacred and safe spaces for one another is to let go of judgment, like I said, to have compassion, to allow ourselves to be wherever we are on our own spiritual journey. And remember that we're not always at the same place, right? And individually, we're not always at the same place all the time. Like, you know, if I'm under a lot of stress for a long period of time, I show up in ways I really would rather not show up. And I have to have compassion for myself. And I think I reminded us a few weeks ago of this, is to not take things personally. Don't take things personally. Because it's not about you. If I've done anything that was offensive to you or whatever, it wasn't about you. I love you all. It wasn't about you. It was what was going on inside of me, right? Maybe some of my needs weren't being met because I wasn't taking exquisite care of myself, right? And we all have those periods where we go through times that are challenging, and that self-compassion, letting go of judgment, is so important. So that fostering a sense of acceptance no matter what. And I can do that when I don't take it personally, right? And I can remind myself, yeah, sometimes I look like that too. So, so how do I treat others? Am I in alignment with my values? We've been taught to treat our brothers and sisters as we would like to be treated, right? And that starts with that self-love. Love each other as ourselves. I was thinking about that song that we sing, I am the light, you are the light, we are the light of this world, right? In order to do that, we've got to do our spiritual work. We need to believe that. We need to feel that within ourselves, that I am the light, you are the light, and we are the light. That's the truth of our being. And how do we show up and embody that truth? We do our spiritual work. As long as we're alive, we've got work to do. But so, you know, I was thinking about this as like, when I'm out in public, when I'm on the stage, right? I'm wanting to be a great example of this teaching. I'm wanting to be the Christ being that I know I am. But who am I when no one's looking? Right? Who are we when no one's watching? Are we still living in alignment with our values and our truth? Or do we just go, oh, to hell with it? No one's watching. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to be bad, right? What does that look like? For myself, being bad was good. It was a good thing for me to be bad because I was a perfectionist and I needed to recover from that. So I purposefully, on my spiritual journey, took some time out to be bad. Because actually, I know, isn't this funny? Actually, the concept of being bad, you know, I knew that some people thought that being bad was good, that it was fun, that they liked to be bad. That did not even compute in my brain as a perfectionist. I'm like, so I had to, on my spiritual journey, recovering from perfectionism, part of my journey was a segment that included being bad. And I will not repeat all the things I've done to be bad. But you would not believe it if I told you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. So another thing is, a question we can ask ourselves is, how do I speak and think about others when they are not present? This has been a good spiritual practice for me. because I get frustrated when people don't show up and act just the way I want them to. I have vented with others around me about other people's behaviors. It's not really something I'm proud of. We have to be careful who we're venting to, right? And then I remind myself, well, I can't see it in somebody else unless it's already in me. And so I recognize that I'm seeing something in somebody that I still need to give myself more love around. I see heads going like this. I'm not the only one, right? So one of the things that I do when I found myself in those situations and I realized that maybe that wasn't the most uplifting thing that I did, right? And when I think about the person and I realize that that person is showing me aspects of myself, I get back to that place of self-compassion. I get back to that place of appreciation. And I think, what is it about that person that I really appreciate? Because when I appreciate them, it creates a vibration that is uplifting instead of depreciation. Depreciation takes away from, but appreciation is uplifting, right? And so I do that. That's part of my spiritual practice. I do that internally. So there's a lot of things that go on in spiritual community, right? There's opportunities for us to look at ourselves and go, why did I just get triggered by that? Why do I feel angry? You know, what's upsetting me? It's not about them, it's about me. So that's a blessing of being in spiritual community. So I can have that self-love first, which enables me to love you all. And remember that the outer world I'm experiencing is what Marilyn was talking about too. It's a reflection of our inner world, right? So one of the things that we get to do is come into alignment with our heart and our mind. And in A Course of Love, in our book study, I had a light bulb moment a week or two ago. Because I had been thinking, because we use our brain to think, right, that I needed to align my heart with my mind. And we were talking about how Yeshua, our teacher of A Course of Love, was saying wholeheartedness is about aligning the mind with the heart and that they are one. And so I had a light bulb moment that I'm not aligning my mind with my heart, I'm aligning my mind with my heart. That my mind is right here. My mind is in my heart. The mind is expansive, right? And we live in the one mind. And that was a light bulb experience for me. And so as I've been going through my week and my day, I'm starting to think about aligning my mind and my heart, but I'm not thinking about it like this anymore. I'm thinking about it like this. And it's a very sweet shift. I feel the difference. So other ways that we can create brave and safe spaces is by sacred listening. And this is simple, but it's not easy. What is sacred listening? Sacred listening is being present with someone when they're sharing with us. It's not thinking about how am I going to respond to what they're saying. It's not thinking about the solution to whatever problem they're sharing. It's not thinking about what can I do to change this person's life experience right now? That's not it. Sacred listening is about being present and allowing the person to share with us without interrupting, without trying to fix it, without trying to change anything. When we can do that, that allows the individual to become self-empowered because they already know what they need inside of them and they can think of the answer. This is a really simple thing, but it's not easy to do. And sometimes the greatest gift we can give somebody is to simply listen so that they can feel heard. So that's something that we can practice in community. And that allows them to be their authentic self. There's so much joy that comes from allowing somebody to be their authentic self because you can see them. If they feel safe and they don't feel judged and they feel free to just express who they are, there's a glow about them that happens, a joy that bubbles up. Also, there's vulnerability. They can share their pain, and we're all in this together. It's a sacred journey we get to do together. So one of the things that I want to just share, because this is my last talk for a long time, thankfully, is that this community offered me the sacred space to be my authentic self. This community grew me up in this philosophy. The reason I'm standing here being your bridge minister today is because of the sacred space that was created for me to go through my journey of self-actualization. It's been a long journey, and it continues, right? It's the blessing that we get to give to one another. And so I just want you to know how much I really do love each and every one of you, even you who I just met today, because I know the truth of who we are. We are spirit in form. I'm going to miss you, but I'll be on YouTube. And so in closing, I've asked our tech team to please play a song that demonstrates the way I'm feeling about you today.
I've gone 'cause we haven't all gone there yet. We are together in this life. We walk together. We are together in this life. We walk together. When I go home to my other home, where my heart can roam, I'll go everywhere. When I go home, I will see you all again. All my heart connected ways. to the world out there with so much to share, so much to share. Surrounded by you, my family, and grateful for the gifts I've received. I will not forget, I will not be discouraged. I will keep this love alive. We are together in this life. We walk together. We are together in this life. We walk together. Yes, we are together. We walk together. We are together. We walk together. Oh, together. We walk together.
Love you. Love you. So, thank you. Thank you for all the gifts. I'll be back. All right, where are we? Phew. All right, this is our time of conscious giving, so I'm going to invite us to stand. Oh, but first we're having another, oh, okay. All right, time of conscious giving. So we're going to say our prosperity affirmation together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses all and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And then we'll be seated while Marilyn gives us a little song during our donation collection.
Spirit, each of us knows our part. That's all of it. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. Keep going. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part. We are dancing in spirit. Each of us knows our part.
Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, everyone, for these financial gifts. And I just want to remind us that we are the gift. So I'm going to bless these gifts right here, right now, knowing that the infinite spirit that is each one of us individualized continues to move forth in, through, and as our life in abundance of every way and form. And so we thank Spirit for this financial abundance. I know that it blesses each of us and that it goes out into our community partners as we tie to them, and it blesses the world with that beautiful ripple effect of love. And so I just say thank you, and so it is. All right, reminders and thank yous. Thank you, Diana, Gary. Thank you, Judy, for being our greeter today. Thank you, Maya. I so appreciate our tech team. Thank you, Maxine, for the announcements. Thank you, Marilyn, for the beautiful spirit-inspired songs that you share with us. Thank you, Rev Lanny. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you all for bringing food. Sue and Tate, yes, Sue and Tate showed up today for the first time to help out with the coffee and tea and learn about how they can be of service. Yeah, thank you. Did I forget anybody? All right.
Actually, we want to thank you, Reverend
Oh,
Julia.
you're welcome. You're so welcome. My pleasure.
We have been so touched, moved, and inspired by your presence and participation and guidance and leadership. And the Board of Trustees has gotten you a gift.
Another gift?
I'm wired, so I might not want to walk across the stage.
Oh, thank you, thank you. How about if I open it after we complete here?
That would be fun.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Sweet. You are the gift. Okay, so what are we taking away with us today? Gratitude. Joy. Vision. Love. Community. Humanity. Beautiful. Service. Yeah. Love. Friendship. Joy. Appreciation. Trust in the future. Yes. Wonderful. Okay, so let's stand for our benediction. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It's this thing called self-actualization. It's this thing called self-actualization. It's this thing called vision. It's this thing called vision. It's this thing called perfect outcome. It's this thing called perfect outcome. I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. And now, let's sing our closing song.
Closing song, inspired by my experience of being here. We laugh, we smile, we stay for a while. As a community, we have joy and are free. We listen, we share, we love and we care. We honor this world Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we. We pray and we grow. We learn and we know. All the best will show as we live in the flow. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we. Let's take it from the top. We laugh, we smile, we stay for a while. As a community, we have joy and are free. We listen, we share, we love and we care. We honor this world and our good is unfurled. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we. We pray and we grow. We learn and we know. All the best will show as we live in the flow. Together we stand in community. Hand in hand we are we. Together we stand. Together we stand in community.